Hello, good morning everyone. Today we will see the hygiene that is in the meeting patient needs. So, by the word hygiene, we can say the hygiene by the word it is a cleanliness. So, hygiene is defined as the science and art which is associated with the prevention and promotion of the health. Hygiene is science of health which includes all the factors contributing to healthful living. Now we can say in the word hygiene, it has evolved from the Greek word that means hygia, which means the goodness of the health. Hygiene is the science of the health and includes all factors which contributes to healthy living. Hygiene is the science of health and its preservation. It also refers to the practice that are that are conducive to good health. Good personal hygiene is important to a person's general health. Now, how we will define the hygiene? Hygiene defined as the science and art which is associated with the prevention and promotion of the health. It is very simple definition, so we cannot forget that. And a second definition, we can say hygiene defined as the science of health which includes all the factors contributing to the healthy living. Now comes the types of hygiene. Yes, there is a 4 or 5 types of hygiene, that is the social hygiene, industrial hygiene, school hygiene, preventive medicines and personal hygiene. In social hygiene, we can say social medicine has replaced the word social hygiene. Its objective to study man as a social animal in its total environment. The scope of social medicine includes science of social structure and functions, social pathology and a social treatment. Then second one is the industrial hygiene. Occupational health, which is broader meaning, its scope is extended up to the health of the labor, working in all types of occupation and different aspects of the health. Then comes the school hygiene. School hygiene or school health is an important branch of the community health which facilitating optimum health to school children. Then preventive medicine. Nowadays, a broad term community medicine is used. Preventive medicine play primary role in immunization as specific protection and general methods of the improvement in health. Then comes the personal hygiene. Personal hygiene or a personal health implies to those principles of the physical cleanliness and the mental health. Personal hygiene is not only limited to taking care of a body and any keeping in clean, rather and mental and spiritual aspects are also an integral part of it. Then comes the factors influencing hygiene practice. Yes, there are so many factors also, we will see one by one. Then first one is a personal preference. Each individual has his own desire and preference about when to bathe, shave and perform hair care. Same way, each individual select different product according to the personal preference, need and financial resources. The nurse assists the client in delivering the individualized care to the client. Then comes the social practice. Social group is influenced hygiene practice and preference during the childhood. Hygiene practice are influenced by the family, customs and as the children enter their adolescence year. Hygiene practice may be influenced by the peer group behavior. During the adult year, work group and friends shape the expectations of people, and in older adult hygiene practice may change because of living conditions and available resources. Then socio-economic status. The type of extent of hygiene practices are influenced by the person's emotion, economic resources. The nurse determine which product supply the client can affordable. Then comes the health belief and the emotional motivation. Knowledge regarding the importance of hygiene for the well-being influence hygiene practice. Only knowledge is not enough. The client must be motivated to maintain self-care. Then comes the cultural beliefs. A client's cultural beliefs and personal values influence hygiene, hygienic care. Physical conditions. Certain type of physical limitations or disabilities often lacks the physical energy to perform hygiene care. Example, a client with a traction or who has an intravenous lines will need to assist for the hygiene maintenance. Yes, if the intravenous line is there, we have to see after taking bath or a sponge care patients that adhesive plasters should be changed because it will be get with the dirt or spoil, so we have to change it. It will be um, wet, so we have to see that for that. Then comes the personal hygiene. So what is the personal hygiene? By the word, it is individuals personally we have to maintain. Personal hygiene is a significant role in every society. Every culture developed and maintain its standards and methods of maintaining personal cleanliness. Habits are formed for performing action to keep the body clean and functioning normally. Personal hygiene includes all those personal factors which influence the health and well-being of an individual. It consists of the body regarding the bathing and washing, care of a hair, nail and feet, mouth cleanliness and care of the teeth, care of the nose and ear, clothing, postures, exercise, recreation must be realistic, sleep, habit, and nutrition. Personal hygiene is necessarily maintained for the person's comfort and as well being. A variety of personal and socio-cultural factors influence the client's hygiene practice. The nurses determines a client's ability to perform self-care and provides the hygienic care according to the client's need and preferences. While providing hygiene, the nurse must preserve as, as much independence as possible, ensure privacy, convey respect, and foster the client physical comfort. Then comes the definitions. Personal hygiene defined as the healthy practice and lifestyle, health in the maintenance of the promotion of individuals' health physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually. Then we will see the purpose of personal hygiene and protect from the disease. To prevent the illness, to promote the good health, to improve the standard of health, to maintain the quality life on individuals, to promote the mental well-being, to promote the socially and spiritually healthy, to improve the self-esteem in the society, to maintain the resistance and prevent from the infections. Then comes the principles of the personal hygiene. For all the procedures we have a principles. So we will see what about the personal hygiene's principle. Hygiene practice are learned. It is not learned as a young age, it is learned by childhood. Changes occur throughout the lifespan. It also affect the healthcare practices. Yes, from the beginning maybe we are poor, we don't know that much personal hygiene, we don't have our resources. But as we will grow one by one, age by age, step by step, we will see our resources is there, we have a money, so we can practice in our life. Changes occur throughout the lifespan. It also affect the healthcare practices. Individuals' differences exist from one individual to other. Health practices of people vary with the culture, value, and personal values. Health practices directly influence the physical, mental, social, and spiritual health of an individuals. Good health practices prevent entry of microorganisms into the body. Natures act as a first line of defense on human health, natural light, and ventilation. Then comes the factors influence on personal hygiene. Social practices, social group influence, including the type of personal care during the childhood. Hygiene is influenced by the family custom. Uh, Personal preferences. Each person has individuals' desires and preferences about when to bathe, shave, and perform hair. Individual selection different product according to the personal preference, need, and a financial resources. Then comes the body language. An individual's general holds for the person. Body image is a person's subjective concept of his or her physical appearance. The image can be changed frequently. When individuals undergo surgery, illness, or changes in functional status, body image can change dramatically. Then comes the socio-economic status. As persons' economics resources influence the type and extent of the hygiene practices used, socio-economic status may influence his or her ability to regularly maintain hygiene. Next is the health beliefs and motivations. Knowledge about the importance of the hygiene and its implications for well-being influence hygiene practice. However, knowledge alone is not enough. The individuals also must be motivated to maintain self-care. Cultural variables. An individual's cultural beliefs and personal values hygiene care. People from diverse cultural background follow different self-care practices. Culturally, maintaining cleanliness may not hold the same importance for the some ethnic group as it does not others. Then physical conditions. The nurse quickly learned that client with certain types of physical limitations or disabilities, often lack of physical energy and dexterity to perform the hygienic care. A client in tradition or a caste or who has an intravenous line or other device connected to the body will need to assist with a hygiene. Yes, if the patient is having a intravenous line, if the patient is having a Rayleigh tube, if the patient is having a catheter, if the patient is having a tracheostomy, patient is having a jejunostomy, or any procedures which is done over the patient, must need the personal hygiene. Then comes the importance of the personal hygiene. Maintenance of the personal hygiene in a state of health is a physical value and individual's responsibility. Personal hygiene helps to maintain a physical and psychological homeostatics. Personal hygiene helps to promote the individual's comfort, safety, and well-being. A clean mouth and teeth aid to the patient's feeling of self-approval. Healthy hygiene practice and technique which provides economy of time, material, and energy. Stimulation of the circulation by massage and brushing is essential to maintain the hair healthy. Keeping the scalp clean by brushing and shampooing will help to relieve from the dandruff. Moving the body joint and their whole range of movement helps to prevent muscle contraction and improve the circulation. Good personal hygiene is essential during the sickness as well as in the health. Now, these things we have seen. What nurse will do? The nurse's role also we must know. Direct provision of the hygienic care provides the nurses with an ideal opportunity for the daily assessment of the patient's physical and emotional state. The process of daily bathing, oral hygiene, care of the hair, nail and massage forms a vital part of the nurses-patient interaction. The nurse should assess the need of the patients and identifying related nursing problems. The nurse need to collect the further information about the patient's identification problem. The nurse need to develop the appropriate nursing care plan in terms of the data collection and relevant nursing principles. The nurse has to implement the nursing care plan to provide the optimum quality of nursing care for individual's patient. The nurse has to evaluate the success of the nursing care plan and the adjusting it to meet the patient's changing needs. The nurse also participates in carrying out the physician's order and refers to the physician's pertinence observation and the information about the patient. This nurse has to motivate the patient to resume independence and responsibility for the care of the condition permits. The nurse must apply the knowledge and pathophysiology to provide the good preventive hygienic care. So this was the nurse's role. Nurse has to maintain. So we have seen the hygiene, personal hygiene, factors influencing hygiene, and importance of hygiene and nurse's role of hygiene in this patient meeting needs of the meeting patient needs in this chapter. If you like this video, like and share it. Or if anyone would like to get the admission in in nursing or as well as in paramedical, we have a variety of teachers from the east, west and north side, and tutors, professors, assistant professors, principal and vice principal, and a big large building is there, big ground is there, and good healthy environment is here. If you would like, if you are get interest to get the admission in nursing as well as paramedical, come and contact and join a TSM group. Okay, bye bye.